like to come to attention to start the Ways and Means Committee meeting. Okay, and we have no one calling in, so let us move on. For approval of minutes, I need a motion and a second. Ms. Sharon Williams, and a second from Mr. Rulin. Thank you. Okay. And the approval of minutes for November 28th, 2022. Are there any questions, deletions, concerns? Okay. All those in favor say aye. And those opposed? There are none. Minutes for November 28, 2022 has been approved. And now moving on to our department information, I'd like to start with our county clerk's office, Miss Rachel Parker.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
All of you have received in your packet the monthly collection transaction report, which is pretty much detailed out for you new folks on the board or on the committee. It's a report that we give you every month that shows all the activity basically that happens in our office. And so we keep a separate list of what was budgeted for those items, what came in on that particular month, and then where we stand year to date. So. And it's pretty much the same well, the numbers aren't the same, but the report looks the same every month. So if you have any questions?
Any other comments, questions? Thank you, Ms. Parker.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, and we'll move along and we'll have a report from our County Election Commission, Ms. Elizabeth Gannon.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
So we were just here a few hours ago. I don't think Jenny's left the seat yet. So we had some electoral board hearings this morning. There were two challenges to both candidates for District 150. They basically challenged each other. As a result of that hearing, Keisha Alexander, her name has been removed from the ballot, and Martha Ross, her objection was what is the right word? Upheld. So she gets to stay. Did I say that right? Sustained, upheld. Which direction are we going? Either way, she's still on the ballot. Keisha is not on the ballot as it stands. So
yeah, the objection was sustained.
okay,
Yep.
thank you. Vote by mail applications begin tomorrow for the April 4th general election, and we are just in the midst of getting ready for that election and getting past this hurdle from today. So I'm ready to move forward.
Great, great. Okay. Are we able to ask for more details as far as what was going on with the two of them?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sure. It's
okay.
all public record. So, yes, they both challenged, specifically, Martha Ross challenged Keitha Alexander's petitions on the basis that she did not have enough signatures and that 6 of her petition pages should be thrown out because the notary made an error on the bottom of it. So the electoral board threw out all 6 of the notary pages. Also the of the signatures, ones that, you know, the voter didn't live in the district or they weren't registered to vote at that address. So as a result of all of that accumulation, she did not have the 200 signatures that she needed to be on the ballot for District 150. And then with respect, Shama St. Louis challenged Martha Ross with respect to her signatures not having enough, basically, bad addresses, they're not registered, same thing. However, Martha Ross filed a challenge to the objector, stating that she did not have the authority to bring a challenge because she did not live within District 1 of District 150. And the board agreed with that, and as a result, Shama St. Louis's challenge was not heard, and it was tossed.
Well, thank you. Good to know.
You're welcome.
Yes. Are there other comments, questions to Ms. Elizabeth? Thank you. Okay, at this time, I'd like to hear from the Supervisor of Assessment, Mr. Dave Ryan.
Thank you, Betty, and welcome to all the new members of the Ways and Means Committee. I'm just going to touch on briefly what our office does, and then I'll get into the tax cycle update.
Yes.
But typically what we do is we handle all property exemption information, like homestead exemptions for seniors, disabled individuals, disabled veterans, owner-occupied properties are all eligible for some exemptions. So we handle all that information. What we do is we value all property. We're supposed to value all property at 1/3 of market value. So we assess property in Peoria County with the help of local township assessors. Currently, Radnor Township and West Peoria Township contract with us, and we do all of their assessing for them at a cost. So every 4 years by law, we have to revalue every single property in Peoria County, and 2023 is the year to do it. So everybody will be starting new and will get a brand new assessment notice sent to them in 2023. And by law, we're valuing as of January 1st of 2023 using sales from 2020, 2021, and 2022. So if anybody has followed the housing market the previous 3 years, there could be some significant increases in assessed values because sale prices of homes have increased so much over the last 2 to 3 years. So we'll be following that, and that's a big job, but we'll be doing that this year, 2023, for the taxes payable in 2024. We handle all the addressing, so a lot of the addressing, so we know where to send the tax bills. We handle that information, any change of address, any mapping. If you've ever looked at our GIS site, any mapping along the county with the parcel numbers, any splits, combinations, or changes to those maps, we handle that along with, in conjunction with the IT department on that. And what we're also doing is we handle any complaints. So after those assessments are done, our local Board of Review, which is a 3-member body, will handle any Board of Review complaints. And that's, they are just finishing up the 2022 year. They should be finished by the end of January with the complaints filed in 2022. So after all of that is done, then we send that information on to the county clerk and treasurer's office, and that's how the tax cycle goes. So it pretty much goes that way each year, but this year will be our busiest year because of that revaluation that we're doing in 2023. So if anybody's got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
No further questions. Thank you. Good information.
Right,
Appreciate
thank you.
that. Thank you. Okay, we will now hear from the Peoria County Treasurer, Miss Nicole Bierke.
That was spot on. Good job. Hi, I'm the treasurer. I'm an elected official. I'm the one that sends you your tax bill. So say my name with a smile, please. Mine's going to be short and sweet. I guess later I'll go into what my office actually does. In addition to sending out tax bills, I want to introduce my new chief deputy, Stacy Raker. She's like almost a month now? Almost. So hopefully starting to get back to full staff. We just finished up our tax cycle, just did the last interest distribution, so we are done now until county clerk gives us our stuff in April of next year. Currently, we're starting, we started the new finance system today, which I'm sure most of you know, so we've been busy trying to figure out that and what we're going to do for the last 2 weeks of December since we weren't able to use our finance system. So that's kind of what we're doing right now and getting ready for audit.
Yes, yes. Any comments, questions to Ms. Nicole? Great information. We'll be developing, I think with Scott and I will be getting together along with Matt to develop even a cycle information, a diagram, so that we can be more even informed as how it all ties together. All three of you, thank you very much. Okay, we will now hear from our Veterans Assistance Commission. Hey, Mr. Michael Brooks, thank you.
Good afternoon. Congratulations to new positions and then the new board members.
Thank you.
I have nothing to do with taxes, so I'm not going to bore you to death like they did. I'm just joking. Okay, so I'm reporting on veterans. So we have we brought in $8.3 million in new money. What does new money mean? That means when a veteran gets a lump sum payment, such as $30,000, $50,000, we added that up at the end of the year, and right now we're at 8.3 million new money into veterans' hands. Total money, $55.7 million. What that means is lump sum money and their monthly tax-free money that they receive for their VA disability. That's at $55.7 million we brought in for the local veterans. If you saw the front page of the Community Word, I did not ask to be on there, but I was on there. So they did a pretty good story from Bill Knight, which was, I actually went to the library in Peoria and they told me that I was on there. I didn't even know. So you want to read that? It's a really good story. If you got any questions after that, you can reach out to me. In 2022, we filed over 2,000 new disability claims. And then we had 2,613 veterans in our office in 2022. So that we do a lot electronically. So that is physical veterans that walked in our office in 2022.
Great.
That's it.
Any comments, questions? Yeah, I understand even from, I believe your last report, you all indicated you added additional staff as a result of the capacity, the number of people who are going through your office.
The PACT Act was signed in August 10th, which that's brought in. So we usually hover around 200 and 250 veterans that walk in our office. The month after the PACT Act was signed, which is new Gulf War and Agent Orange exposures, we had 455 walk-ins. Wow. So it's calmed down a little bit since then because of the holidays. Great. So we were, I think, at 240 this last month, but we had a lot of people out. So we hired 2 new people next year, now 2023. I'll hire a senior executive administrative assistant or executive administrative assistant, and then a new veteran service officer.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We're running out of room.
Yeah.
Scott.
I think he looked at you, Scott. Okay. Any comments, questions? Anyone else? Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll be hearing more from us regards to more information, and I'll be coming over to see your office.
Yes, anytime.
Okay. All right. We will now move to our committee action item. We have a review of the executive session minutes, and I need a motion. Can I get a motion and a second to bring that up to the floor? Mr. Couch and Mr. Rulin. Thank you. And we will hear now from Jenny.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Chairman. It's the recommendation of the State's Attorney's Office, as usual, that all previously held minutes continue to be held because the need for confidentiality still exists, and we recommend destroying executive session audio recordings that are more than 2 years old, except for those that relate to pending litigation.
Any comments, questions for Ms. Ginny? Okay, I need a vote. All those in favor, say aye. All those opposed? Has been motioned. Okay. And then, oh, was,
No, you're good.
okay.
I thought mine was switched there.
Yeah, it was switched. It was resolution. Okay, thank you. And now moving on to there's a resolution that we have for monthly delinquent taxes. I need a motion and a second for this. Ms. Sharon and Mr. Matt. Okay. Okay, for our month, any comments, questions, or concerns with this? There was I believe there was a report that was given. Yeah, there's a sheet in your packet. Okay. Okay, let's vote. All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed? There are none. It has been motioned and moved and approved. Okay. And now moving on to miscellaneous. Any comments, miscellaneous, additions? I have one. I would first like to say welcome to the new year for to the Peoria County Board for the new year 2023. I'm excited that we're going forward in a new year. I am, of course, heading up chairing the Ways and Means Committee along with Matt Wendy. She's our vice chair. And again, thanking you and being encouraged and excited that you all are here to support us, and we support you as likewise. Again, thank you, and if there's no other comments, questions, miscellaneous, this meeting is adjourned.